Coughlin.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Okay.
That's good. Okay, so I just wanted to basically go over, your experience with Cheryl and what left an impression on.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Can I what?
Speak up a little bit.
Okay, sure. I'd like to talk about your experience with Cheryl and
Right.
what impression was left upon you about, how she did for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that what you want me to respond to?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Um, I met Cheryl probably more than 3 years ago at an open house. Oh, did I lose you?
Yeah, you're sort of cutting in and out.
Oh, okay, I'm in the car.
Hmm.
And I told her I was interested in buying. You don't know anything about this area or anything, do you? Do you know? Do you know what Cheryl and I did together, or do you not know that?
Right, I do not.
What's that?
I do not.
Oh, okay. So I was interested in buying a house on Candlewood Lake in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
And I had spent a lot of time there 30 or 40 years ago. My parents used to rent a house up there in the summer. And my sister and I wanted to recreate that for our children. So I started to drive around the lake, look at the houses for sale, and met Cheryl at an open house. And then I decided to have her represent me in finding the house. And that process took about 3 years.
Oh, wow.
And throughout the whole process, what I say is Cheryl wasn't very good. Cheryl was much better than very good. Cheryl was excellent. She's the consummate professional. She has intimate knowledge of everything in that area. The lake might be 20 miles long, and she knows all the communities. She knows the different strata of the communities, whereas some of them would be very desirable, others would be okay, and others wouldn't be where you wanted to invest. So she was able to educate me on all of that. And over the course of 3 years, we looked at many houses, and I had an idea that I was going to buy a house on the water for under $1 million. So we were looking at houses like 800,000, 900,000, or whatever. And I got a real education and a real fix on what that would buy. And the reason it took 3 years to buy the house that we bought was because there was a difference between what we wanted and that budget, $800,000, $900,000. So Cheryl was very patient, very professional, very helpful throughout the whole process. And this past spring, we ended up buying a house for $1.5 million, and it's the perfect house. And Cheryl's strong qualities are, intimate knowledge of everything in that area, unbelievable, effort as far as arranging for us to get into houses and coordinating everything with the selling agents and the buyers, the sellers, and we ultimately committed to a house I think in March of 2015. She referred me to local lenders. She referred me to the local attorney that I use. She was very helpful with getting permits transferred for a dock that's on the property through the utility that controls those things. She was just thorough, professional, pleasant, knowledgeable, very, very excellent. And one of the things she did along this process, Glenn, was she prevented me from buying other houses, which I think was really, really a great quality. She didn't, she wasn't really judgmental about it, but when we factored in all of the criteria we had and all of the issues, she helped us from not buying the wrong house. And we ended up with, I would say, just an ideal situation.
Yeah, and it sounds like she was so many people in one. A lot of real estate agents.
Sounds like she was what?
She was like so many people in one. She handled a lot of different things for you, like an administrative assistant, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. She couldn't have been better. She's just a delightful professional to work with. I would highly recommend her to anyone who's looking for a realtor in that area.
Mm-hmm. And that's an amazing story that 3 years and all the properties that you looked at, meant that she really put your needs first, and she was really as if she was as if she was you, to do that.
Absolutely, that's what she did. She helped us make a very, very informed decision, which resulted in us buying the right house.
Right, and to it's something Candlewood Lake, to recapture that time, when you were kids, and then to find a property that really gets that lifestyle. Do you feel that now that you've had it since spring, do you feel like it's still the property that encapsulates what you want, accomplishes your goal? Do you feel that still?
I mean, right now we've got a terrific ski boat, jet ski, canoe, 4 kayaks. The house really works, from a hosting point of view, hosting guest point of view. It's taking shape from a decorating and use point of view. It's just all falling in place. It's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Exactly what we want.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
So I think from what you said, you pretty much encapsulated everything that.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, Glenn. Could you speak up a little bit from what I said? What?
From what you said, it seems like you really captured her. From what I've heard from other people, they've said the similar things that she really immerses herself into, your situation rather than being on the outside and being like a clerk. She really just, gets in there and is, tenacious and resourceful and the fact that she does know the community, the community surrounding the lake. It really makes it to where, she gets you the home that is, you're going to feel this way a year from now, 2 years from now, that it's the perfect, match.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
All of that true.
Okay. Well, Tom, thank you for this. When you called, I turned on the recorder. So what we're going to do is I'll take these and put in sound bites, to put into promotional material. And when they're done, I'll send you a copy and you can hear it, basically how we do it. And then just sorry that I wasn't around, like I could have been, but we got it done. I think you did a great job, and I just want to thank you for being available.
Okay, and what is it you're doing for Cheryl?
As far as things go, she's a rare, combination. What I've been hearing from everybody is that she's a rare combination of agent and how she combines everything. The resourcefulness of how she knows the area. She knows,
Hold on one second, Glenn. Hold on 1 second, please.
Sure.
Hello? 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 Yeah, can you give me 1 minute? I'm just finishing up a call. Hold on. Glenn?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Did we take care of everything?
Yes, we did. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.